Hello, YouTubers. It is I, Chronos Kaiser, and I will be doing a video. I'll be doing a video. Excuse the noise. Me messing around with my headset. I'll be doing a deck profile video based on the deck profile that I used. Well, not based on the deck that I used against Chronos Blaze in our recent video. Sorry we haven't been uploading every day. That was because we were planning on doing something, but we, the video got copyright infringed. We committed copyright infringement on the video, so yeah, we can't do any of that anymore. Of what I was doing, at least. So I'll be recording the deck that I used. This is the exact deck. No changes made. This is actually my main deck as well, so it is pretty good, so long as you know how to use Liberators. Anyway, let's get into it. Obviously, starter being Liberator Trumpeter. That is a very good starter. You want to save it until you want to put it behind the Vanguard, and you want to save it for when you get out Garmore, because obviously, if you notice his skill. What his skill is basically put this into your soul, choose one of your Vanguards with Liberator in its card name, and until the end of the turn, this unit gets the skill. When one of your Gold Paladin is placed on the rearguard circle from your deck, this unit gets 3,000 power. And that stacks, obviously. So, I'll talk to you through the strategy after I've done with the profile. And yeah, let's get on with it. So what I use 6 critical triggers: Strike Liberator and Liberator of Hope Epona. I use 6 draws: Armament Liberator Gwydion and Weapons Dealer Gwydion. I obviously 4 heal. That's a must. I use 3. Oh wait, hang on a sec. I used 4 little Liberator Marrons, because that's a staple in Liberators. It's not a staple. What am I saying? It's basically the archetype booster, the fake 10k. The Halo Liberator Mark, 4 perfect guards. This format, you're gonna need a lot of perfect guards to get you out of tough situations. This thing has saved me more times than anything else. And with the amount of draws that the deck can get, it's good to have multiple of these in your hand so you can save yourself from tough spots. I'd save it for the Vanguard though, unless you think you can win the next turn, otherwise bet on a heal. Anyway, 3 Future Liberator Llew. I was thinking of running 4 of this, but I thought that if I'd run 4, I'd keep putting them behind rear guards, which is not supposed to happen. The skill only comes off during the Vanguard, and you always by the time you have Liberator Garmore out, you can just replace the card behind it that you called with this, and you get a huge boost. And Curved Blade Liberator Yoseph. You'll be superior calling a lot in this deck, and I mean, like, even with Liberator Garmore's skill alone, that is a lot of calling. So this thing is good for another draw. I run 4 Blaster Blade Liberators. I remember Chronos Blaze mentioning that I sound American, and then going to Blaster Blade Liberator. Yeah, that's because I speak like an American, but I'm actually British. But that's because I'm not actually fully British. I'm Portuguese, so I learned with Americans. I learned with American accents, so that's why I start talking like that. I can obviously stick to my British accent now. That's easier. Anyway, I use 4 of him. Counterblast 2, when this card is placed on the Vanguard or rearguard circle. If you have a Vanguard with Liberator in its card name, you may pay the cost. If you do, choose one of your opponent's front or rear guards and China. Unlike Revengers, the point of this deck is not to get out Blaster Blade Liberator. Blaster Blade Liberator will be a one-use card that you will want. Like, it doesn't matter when you use it, before or after Garmore's Limit Break, but you always want to have 3 counterblasts for Garmore's Limit Break. If you do not, the deck will not function properly. Unless, of course, you manage to have enough rear guards to use Gancelot's Break Guard, then you may have a chance. But unless you can get Garmore's Limit Break off, you're gonna have a big problem. So do not use Blaster Blade Liberator skill more than once, because you will screw yourself over. I promise you. I run 4 because he's a good counterattack card. He's like the Blaster Blade of the Royal Paladins. Liberator the Kingdom Faron. The fake 12k. Liberator Silence Gallatin, the vanilla, 3 of him. I run 4 Solitary Liberator Gancelots. This, if you don't know its skill or don't understand it, basically Limit Break 4, this ability is active when you have 4 or more damage. When a Gold Paladin runs its unit, choose one of your Vanguards, and that unit gets power plus 10,000 until the end of the turn. Choose up to 3 gold of your Gold Paladin rear guards, and those units get power plus 5,000 until the end of the turn. Basically, what that does is basically your Vanguard gets 10,000, and then you can distribute 5,000 power between each of your rear guards. When this unit attacks with Vanguard, obviously, it has that plus 2,000 skill. Fang Liberator Garmore. Now, some people may not understand this guy's effect, so I'll just read it out and then I'll explain it. First off is choose one of your rear guards with a Liberator in its card name and put it into the bottom of your deck. When this unit attacks with Vanguard, you may pay the cost, and if you do, this unit gets power plus 4,000 to the end of the battle. This is so you can fuel its limit break when you use it in conjunction with Cheer Up Liberator, because you want to have as much open spaces as possible. This is before the guard, obviously, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it doesn't make your opponent guard anymore. You want to use this skill. The whole point is not to get the power; it's to get the guards out of the battlefield. The more they get rid of your units, so long as you have Cheer Up Liberator, you'll be fine. And obviously it's Limit Break. This ability is active if you have 4 or more damage. Counterblast 3 Liberators. Look at the top card of your deck, search for up to 1 Gold Paladin from among them, call to an open rearguard circle, and put the rest on the bottom of your deck. If it is called, and you have any open rearguard circle, you can use this effect once again without paying the cost. Basically, what this does is you counterblast 3 Liberators, obviously. You check the top card for a Gold Paladin, call it, and if you still have spaces to call, you do it again without paying any cost, which means you do it multiple times. You do not do them all at once, you do them one after the other. So, yeah, that's how it works. And also, in conjunction with Cheer Up Liberator, if you put Cheer Up Liberator to the soul and if you use the skill, you can have, if you have no rearguard circles, you can have a maximum of plus 15,000 power boost, which is a lot on its own. So it'll have 26,000 on its own. And when you boost it with Llew, when you boost it with Llew, if you end up filling those rearguard circles, you'll have a 36,000 power column. Obviously, if you use this skill afterwards, you have 40,000. So but you only want to use that if you can force another guard out of them after the limit break. That's how it works. If you have any requests of decks to make or deck lists, that includes character decks. I have many different character decks, so I will help you out with that. And yeah, I will make them. I do have them, so I can be sure to request anything. Also, you can also request my opinions on a certain confirmed character deck. And that will be it. So, hopefully you enjoy this deck. I will put the deck list down into the description in case you were unable to follow it all. And so, that's it. Chronos Kaiser, signing out.